All right, so here we are. We're in my garage. Just got done with a great workout and was thinking about these 2021 commitments. Was reflecting on 2020, thinking about 2021, and I really want to talk about this because I think for any gym owner, any coach, any business owner at all, I think that if you're not thinking about your commitments for the following year or reflecting on your previous commitments, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. So in front of me, I have our NCFIT commitments 2021. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube or on Instagram, here's the video right here, or here's my computer, excuse me. And I want to dive into how we're doing it here at NCFIT. So for a lot of years, we never made formal commitments. We never listed them. We never wrote them down. And I actually think this was, I don't want to use the word detrimental, but was definitely not as effective for our team. And so at times, as the leader of the organization, this is maybe 5, 10 years ago, I would know what we wanted to accomplish, but I wouldn't clearly communicate that with our team. And about 5 years ago, we started implementing these annual commitments, and they really changed the game for us because they allow us to quantify success, failure, understand as we move along the year, looking back on our commitments on a quarterly basis and seeing if we're still in alignment with them. But it also makes sure that our entire team is moving in lockstep as we progress throughout the year because everybody knows what we're doing and why we're doing it. And that's really, really important. So for those of you who want to, try this out, here's the way we did it. We put one person in charge of it. In this particular case, it was Matt Walker, who's the president of our organization. For you, maybe it's a other stakeholder, whoever. You have one person in charge of compiling the information. And the way we did it was we went and spoke to each leader of each vertical of our business. Commercial gyms, corporate wellness, digital, collective, you name it, had each one of those stakeholders provide their own commitments for that specific vertical. And then Matt compiled it and ensured that it was in alignment of what we were looking for from a leadership perspective. So then to start the NCFIT commitments, what we always do each year is we start off with the mission, the vision, and the core values. So if you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram, you see that there. And it's just a reminder for our entire team when we send this out on what are we really trying to do? What are our goals and where are we going as an organization to ensure that the commitments are in alignment with that. From there, we go into a 2020 reflection. Now, if this is your first year doing it, well, you're not going to have a 2020 reflection, but you could go ahead and have a 2021 reflection when you do this again in 2022, which is awesome. So we do go into a 2020 reflection. Obviously, this year, was unlike any others. There was a lot of highs and lows, a lot of uncertainty, but we're all still here today and we're ready to crush it in 2021. So as our reflection, that's pretty much the gist of that. Moving on from there, we then go into each vertical of our business and what those formal commitments are. Now, when we do them, the way we broke this down is our team and culture. What are our commitments? What are we trying to get across? What is our brand positioning and what are our goals there? Then we broke down commercial gyms, corporate wellness gyms, NCFIT Plus, which is our end user app that we're really excited about some of the updates that are coming there. But each vertical we broke down and we gave specific benchmarks on what was success and what are we trying to accomplish leading into the new year. And so I'd recommend for anybody listening, for any type of business, to do this because for so long we didn't. And the worst part about that was it was hard to quantify success, but it was even harder for the team to feel bought in on a shared vision and commitment because we never articulated it in writing. And so if you could start start broad, right? Maybe for you own a single location and it's a CrossFit gym. Okay, well, this year, my commitment as an owner is to, I want to see a attrition rate less than, 3%. I want to attain 3 new members a month. I want to host 3 community events, whatnot. I want to, whatever it may be, right? I want to create career trajectory for my team. And once you have this, then you could look back on it throughout the quarter after quarter after quarter and see if you're still working towards those goals. And you could also then share that with your staff, which is super, super important. So for us, the way we're going to do it is we got the stakeholders to provide that input. Matt compiled it. We reviewed it, and we will be sharing that with our team shortly. Now, when we share with our team, we hope that they read it as thoroughly as possible because we want them to be bought in. And I want them to feel excited enough to want to read it. And so what's critical there is ensuring that it's relatively short, pretty concise. This total document that I'm looking at right now is 5 pages long. And that's also a mission vision, and it has to do with our 2020 reflection. So if this is your first year doing it, you're talking about maybe a 2-page thing, a 1-page thing. Just, hey, this is where we're at. This is where we're going. Let's go. So that's the inspiration for today, guys, is, it's we're leading into 2021. It's going to be a hell of a year. I could feel it. I feel like good things are going to happen for those of us in a fitness space, and I hope good things happen for everybody, right? But our industry got rocked, and it's ready for the next big step. And so with all that, lock down your commitments. A good way to do this is pour yourself a nice cup of coffee, go out for a long run, sit there, evaluate what your goals are, what the expectations are and the commitments are, then write them down formally and provide those to your team. If we had just done that a few years earlier, I think we could have solved a lot of headache that came up in our company by not clearly communicating, and commitments was a big part of that. So with all that being said, if you're a gym owner, if you're a coach, and you have not checked out the NCFIT Collective, the session plans, the programming, our business tools, got to check it out. We have plenty of more content on its way. I am fired up for everything we have to release, and I hope you and your family have an incredible 2021. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast, and I would really appreciate if you could rate it, review it, or even just share it with a friend. And that would mean a lot to me and our entire organization. Keep crushing it. Keep getting after it. Let's go.